What's up, guys? So let's talk a minute about thermoelectric generators or thermoelectrics. They're also referred to as peltiers or peltier coolers because when you apply a DC voltage to them, one side will get really cold. And anyways, however, they can be used as generators, and you could apply heat to one side and cold to the other, and or in some cases, if the temperature is already cold, you can apply heat to one side, or if the temperature is already hot, you can apply cold to one side, and the temperature difference will generate an electric current, which you could then dump into your battery that your inverter is running off of that's powering your house. This one little module puts out 500 watts. It consumes 500 watts and it puts out 500 watts, 550 watts almost. You need 4 of these in series, 2 or in parallel rather, so that you can have 2,000 watts, 24 volts going into it's actually 16 volts going into your charge controller that charges your batteries. So, what does a system like that look like? Well, let's just take a look. Alright, so this is a little drawing that I made. There's a side view of the thermoelectric generator. You got a hot side and you got a cold side. Alright. This part on the other side of the plate, this is your plate in the middle. This is a steel plate which collects heat from the sun or the atmosphere. Obviously, the sun heats everything up, the atmosphere, or whatever it shines on. Alright? Steel is going to collect that heat. It's going to absorb it into the hot side of your plate. Right here on the cold side of your plate, you put a radiator and you circulate ice water from a insulated container so it traps all the cold in for as long as possible. Ice is very cheap to make. Alright, just take your cooler, modify it, and put your ice in there. Run it through a circulating pump, a very efficient 12 volt DC circulating pump, small circulating pump. It doesn't have to run for that long. Alright, so it's going to circulate. So you got 32 degrees versus probably around 180 degrees. It's getting heated up from the sun. You can also put you a magnifying glass right here, and you can magnify the sun and heat it up even more to create an even more of a temperature differential, so that power will flow into your charge controller and charge your battery, okay, which is connected to your inverter, which outputs your 240 to your two mains, 240/120 to your mains to your house. It's a very simple way to do thermoelectrics. Now, if you have a furnace, all right, if you're running a furnace, you can apply thermoelectric generators, plates, to the exhaust pipe, your main exhaust pipe coming out of your boiler, and you can recapture all that wasted heat anywhere where you have wasted heat in your house. Water heaters, boilers, any kind of heaters, you can recap that power. And same with cooling. You can rig these up on your cooling system and recap. In fact, I would duct a small duct over to a radiator from your cooling system over to one of your thermoelectric modules here. So cooling, passes through a radiator from your AC. Boiler circulates, or you can have this attached to your boiler pipe, the hot side, to your boiler exhaust pipe, and utilize your AC, utilize your heating system that's already it's already wasting all that extra power, and put that extra power into a sub panel and run part of your house off of it. Run the whole house off of it. Get you a little wood burning stove. Burn you some extra wood to make you an extra thermoelectric generator. You can burn your trash. There's lots of ways to turn our natural resources into energy, and this is just one of them. If we would just put our heads together and think a little bit and put something together. That thermoelectric generator that I showed you, that one plate that puts out that much power, is only $50, $45. Okay? Do the math. Peace.